Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. Last week we spent time with the what-ifs of love. We asked whether love might surprise us, whether it might hurt, whether it might arrive before we feel ready, and whether it might change the shape of the story. By the end of the week, we came to the question underneath all the others. What if love is the point? Today I want to sit with what comes after that. There's always something. Because if love really is the point, then the next question is not grand or complicated. It's simply this. What do we do with it? Not someday, not when life becomes easier, not when the world feels less divided. What do we do with love in the next ordinary moment? That may be where love becomes most real. It's one thing to believe in love as an idea. It's another thing to choose it when someone is difficult, when we're tired, when the day has already asked too much from us. Love sounds beautiful in a sentence. It becomes brave in practice. That practice often begins quietly, a softer answer than the one that we almost gave, a moment of patience when annoyance was ready to speak first, a decision to check on someone instead of assuming they're fine. No orchestra plays in the background and no one may even notice, but something has happened. A small, brave yes has been given. I think love asks for those little yeses more often than we realize. Yes, I will listen. Yes, I will try to understand before I react. Yes, I will not let the world make me cruel today. That doesn't mean that we become passive. Love is not the same thing as letting people walk over us. It doesn't ask us to erase ourselves or pretend that harm is harmless. Sometimes love says no. Sometimes love steps back. And sometimes love tells the truth because silence has become too costly. But even then, guys, love has a different spirit than contempt. It doesn't try to seek to destroy. It seeks what is honest, healing, and whole. And that matters. It matters because the world gives us plenty of chances to become hard. It rewards sharpness and it applauds the clever insult. It turns outrage into entertainment and teaches us to see other people as characters in a story that we have already judged. Love interrupts that. It asks us to remember that there's a human being on the other side. Not an excuse, not a free pass, but a human being. That reminder can change the way that we speak. It can change the way we disagree. It can change what we choose to carry forward after we've been hurt. I know, guys, I know that is not easy. Some days, love feels natural, and other days, it feels like lifting something heavy with trembling hands. But maybe that's why small choices matter so much. We may not be able to change the whole atmosphere of the world today. We may not be able to heal every wound or fix every broken system before the sun goes down. Still, though, we can decide what passes through us. A cruel moment doesn't have to become a crueler one because it reached our door. A wound handed to us doesn't have to be handed onward in the same form. A hard day does not have to make us hard people. That's a kind of sacred power. It may not look powerful. Most sacred things don't seem too impressive while they're happening. A seed in the ground doesn't look like much, does it? A candle in a dark room doesn't defeat the night, but it changes the place where it burns. A kind word may not heal a whole life, but it can help someone survive the hour that they're in. Love often works at that size, close enough to reach, small enough to be missed, strong enough to matter. So today, maybe we don't need to make some huge promise about who we will always be. Maybe it's enough to notice the next chance, the next conversation, the next person who needs gentleness, the next moment when fear, pride, or irritation wants to make the choice for us. Right there. Love can become more than something we admire. It can be something that we do. This is what I try to say every day. And the beautiful thing is, one small yes can make the next one easier. Not always, not perfectly, but often enough to matter, especially if you started noticing. A heart trained in love begins to recognize the path a little sooner. It catches itself before the sharp word escapes. It remembers that being right is not the same as being kind. It learns that tenderness can have a backbone. I like that phrase. Tenderness with a backbone. That may be the kind of love that the world needs most. Not fragile love and not performative love, but a love that is gentle enough to care and strong enough to remain honest. That kind of love can sit with grief, and it can stand against cruelty. It can apologize without collapsing, and it can forgive without pretending that the wound was nothing. It can keep showing up, not because showing up is easy, but because someone has kept the thread from breaking. And sometimes that someone, sometimes that's us. Not all the time. We're human. We will miss chances. We will speak too quickly. We will look back on a moment and wish that we had carried more grace into it. Even then, love has another invitation waiting. Begin again. That may be one of the kindest things about love. It doesn't only call us forward when we're at our best. It meets us after we stumble and asks whether we are willing to return. Return to patience, return to mercy, return to the person that we meant to be before fear got loud. Guys, that's not a failure either. That is growth. A life of love is not a flawless life. It's a life that keeps turning back toward what matters. See yourself. See what you're doing. Catch those moments. So perhaps today reflection is simple. If love is the point, then the point is waiting in front of us. It's in the ordinary places, in the message we send, in the tone we choose, and in the way we treat someone who cannot do anything for us. In the quiet decision to leave a little more kindness in the room than we found there. That's how love becomes visible, not all at once, not as a grand achievement, but as a trail of small, brave yeses, left behind by people who decided the world did not need more hardness from them. Thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me on Infinite Threads. Today, may we recognize the next small chance to choose love. May we have enough courage to take it. And may our ordinary yes become part of something more beautiful than we can see from here. Self-awareness, guys. Catch yourself. You do it every day. Catch it. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
There